Son, all our guys back. Look, we got a lot of faith in Alex. That's why we want him back, man. He's a quarterback of our defense, all right? You got Barnes, who's got another year under his belt. You got Rodriguez, who's got another year under his belt. You got Hutch, who's got another year under his belt. You got Lynn McNeil's got another year under his belt, right? We're getting Charles back. We're getting Romeo back. You know, you got Akuta's got another year under his belt. Jerry Jacobs got another year under his belt. We're getting Tracy back. Kirby's getting another year under his belt. All right, we bring in Sutton. We bring in CJ. All right, Mosley, man, hopefully he's going to be ready for the season to start, game one. Well, all of a sudden, man, if you don't do anything else defensively, we're going to be better. And we're already working on scheme right now, man. AG's back there cooking up all kinds of stuff because you have the flexibility to do some things now because of what we've done in the back end. So that alone, we're going to be better, and we haven't even hit the draft yet.
One name that
gets me fired up, Justin. I love it. Thank you.
Woo! Woo! Gets me fired up too, brother.
That's what I'm saying. Welcome back to the World Heavyweights Live over sports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
You know, Chris and the T-Booth, JB Smooth and 1-2s. Does it not get you fired
It
up?
does. It does.
Got him fired up. He literally sounds like one of us up here.
He does.
Yes, hit the like button. 5-star review.
5-star review.
I like this
Podcast.
nice
Do
5
it.
stars.
But
chicken butt.
like last year, there was hype that I didn't buy into
Yeah.
because it was baseless hype. There was nothing to base it off of.
Sure. You're right.
There were no results. There was
Yes, that's
nothing
fair.
to be like, oh, they're going to be great. We know they're going to be great. 9 wins, 10 wins. Yeah. Like last year, it wasn't there.
Yeah.
This year, you got a resume.
Oh my God.
You got a Brad Holmes third draft class.
Mm-hmm.
You got Dan Campbell proving he can be that guy in the NFL. You've got the team showing that they can go out there and they can beat anybody at the end of the year last year.
Mm-hmm.
And you got dogs. You bring in some dogs in the back end of that defense like Dan Campbell was talking about. So,
Listen, man. Everybody, that's what I shot that video out in the tweet and I was like, literally sounds like me. Because that's what I sound like. That's what we sound like. We're hyping up this defense. Like we're up here. Because it's fucking true, though.
Yes.
Like you hear him say it, and you hear him get just as fired up as we do, having the same conversation.
he said, oh, Justin, that gets me fired up. I was like, hell yeah, Dad.
Because it's true, bro. We say it all the time. Aiden another year.
Yes.
Aleem another year.
Yes.
Malcolm another year.
Yes.
Kirby another year.
Yes.
Bro. And then you got, we haven't hit the draft yet.
I haven't even hit the draft yet.
On top of what they added in the free agency.
crazy.
Like he's telling you what they already had. Another year under the belt. On top of the people they've ushered in. With the bread.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like he said, now you have some flexibility to do some crazy shit on that defensive line, to do some stunts, to do something wild, to see some weird combinations.
Do something crazy.
Because you got those guys in the back end. You got a Cam Sutton. You got an Emmanuel Mosley. You got a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Back there that you're like, all right, you know, they're going to handle theirs. They're going to get theirs. So now you can let them be them up front. You can let James Houston off the leash. You can let Hutch do what he wants. You can send Aleem on some wild shit. And they haven't even hit the draft.
Oh, they haven't gotten Jalen Carter yet.
They're talking to your boy,
Yeah.
the big nasty of big nasties, Calais Campbell.
Yes.
'Cause he's a big dude.
And they're talking to your boy, an up-and-coming big nasty
Yeah.
and big nasty, Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter.
It's kind of crazy. The heavies just seem to know what's going on with the heavies.
Oh, I planted the flag.
You know,
I planted the flag that they were going to draft him.
I planned to flag. They should bring in Calais Campbell.
Yeah, you
Fuck
know.
traded for Nell Oliver.
Maybe you guys should start buying our flags.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start waving our flags.
Check them out now. WoodwardSports.com.
Woodwardsports.com/heavyweight flags. But the hype is there. The hype is real.
Yes. Yes.
But that also comes with real expectations and real failure if you don't live up to that hype.
oh yeah. The failure part of the show.
The failure will be palpable if you don't get to where you expect to get. And like I said, my expectations for the Detroit Lions next season is an NFC North championship and a playoff victory.
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously going to go in further detail with that as the show goes on. Again, thank you guys for joining us. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button. But I'm right along with you. I wanted to make it a big hurrah about it, but I fully expect a playoff win out of this football team this year. And I don't know if it's by design. I doubt it's by design. But, like, they're constantly ushering in, like, new talent beyond the draft class. Like Dan Campbell's piped up. Whoa.
Pipe it up. Pipe it up.
Pipe it up. Piped up for the season.
Pipe it up.
and he's yet to even like. Again, we have the free agency class too, but I think the new class of free agents, guys that's been in this league,
Yes.
keeps the team hungry.
Yes.
Because like even if you, I don't think they're falling complacent at all. I think they're definitely hungry based off like how the season ended. You go on that 8-2 like tear, and then you just missed the playoffs just because of Seattle and a little bit of bullshit calls in that game. But a little bit of Chris jinxing them. You know what I'm saying? We gonna let it slide. But if you guys see Chris, make sure you kick his ankles.
One at a time.
One at a time. And I think
about
like
all you can reach.
bringing in the new bodies, it just keeps everybody just as hungry because they know that this team was that close. So even if you fall complacent in like the way things are run, like it's new to them, and they're happy to be a part of like what you guys got going on here in terms of Detroit Lions. Like it's look, dog, him just talking like that because I say it and I feel like a fan sometimes, but it's fucking true. We got this guy doing the same shit. Is it not?
It's not. It is.
Not true, but I guess validated.
It's validated.
And it's beyond us too. Like it's national media too. It helps validate a little bit more too.
People reaching out. People that don't live and breathe this. They don't cover this team. That aren't around this team so much. Are like, no, yeah, this shit's legit. Oh shit, they brought in Cam Sutton. Oh shit, they went and got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Oh shit, they still got 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks, and Brad Holmes hits. So it's real. It's real. And I love to see it. I love to see it. Obviously, we're going to see a lot of competition in the back end of that secondary. We've talked about that multiple times. But we're also going to see some competition on the field in training camp. Because the Lions got linked up with the Giants for joint practices.
Yeah. That's a good team to be linked up with. Like last year was the Colts. And the Colts were predicted to be better than like they actually were when the season started out.
Yeah, because they have Matt Ryan.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's like me being biased and wanting better Matt. When we had Stafford. I don't know what it was.
They're like best friends, too.
Yeah, they're pretty close. I know they're trading offseason stuff like that. Or maybe they're going to golf. But either way, I've always thought he was like the same way I think of Goff. If not, to be honest with you guys, maybe like a level above. A guy who was just blessed with like his surroundings in terms of like Julio Jones and Kyle Shanahan. That the Kyle Shanahan went, so did Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
It slowly declined after that. But I ain't fucking I'm excited about this joint practice because this is a team that won a playoff game last year.
Yes, sir.
It's a team that, you beat at their home field. With the head coach that, some people were saying I'm better than Dan Campbell, just, being mad, disrespectful. It was cool. Dan Campbell came through, came in his house, put his feet up on his coffee table, pet his dog, and told his wife to bring him a fucking sandwich.
Yeah.
No big deal. Dan Campbell's him.
Both New York teams. And
one guy wanted the job here. Rob Salah, Detroit native.
Dan Campbell is the king of New York.
He is.
As he stands.
And that's why he demanded this joint practice. He said, I'm the king of New York. You motherfucker, we want a joint practice. We're going to do this shit in Detroit, too. I don't know if they're doing it in
I
Detroit.
don't know if they're doing it in Detroit. It'll be lit.
It's actually, I think it's wherever because they play each other in the preseason, if I'm not mistaken. So probably whatever
that makes sense.
situation that is, whether it's like in
Imagine
New York or
just
Detroit.
Penei Sewell bodying Kayvon Thibodeau for a week in practice.
I mean, they used to all the time. They're both with Oregon.
Yeah.
So he ain't nothing new to him.
They got that. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
He knows that man ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, I think it's I like for our defense to. I guess I'm not going to jump over their offense and give them too much credit, but
and
I like
I'm salty.
for them to go against
Says
a playoff team.
I'm salty in the Woodward Sports Chat. Says y'all were ready to fire Campbell last year. I don't
No.
want to hear all these fans. I don't think he's talking about us.
Okay.
I think he's talking about Detroit fans. I'll admit, Eazy, you can check me on this.
Mm-hmm.
After the 1-6 start, I said I was at the edge of the plank.
Yeah.
I said I'm not jumping yet.
Yeah.
But I was at the edge of the plank.
The only game where I was like I was thoroughly pissed.
Minnesota.
I was disgusted, and that was the game. And I was heartbroken, all that stuff. But he bounced back, and even when you hear him speak of that game, he gets just equally as disgusted. Like I don't even like talking about that shit. Shit was gross, and it was uncharacteristic. Obviously, now we know now of what Dan Campbell is, but that was still kind of early into his tenure as the head coach. So it was kind of like fuck that, here we go again. Outside of Jim Caldwell, every single regime has failed, like miserably, and like bad, awful.
Very bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Not just like, I mean, I guess Jim Schwartz. I'll set aside Jim Schwartz and Caldwell, but outside of those like three, and I'm including Campbell as a part of that three, like bad in fonts for whatever. Did you see Aiden Ross, bro? What happened to him last night?
That was wild.
You
Aiden
seen that
Ross?
shit?
No.
Oh my god! I don't. Well, maybe
The
I could see the
streamer,
video.
right?
So he was like doing like reaction videos. I'm assuming. And
I'm
so,
guessing, yeah.
He get feted?
somebody had sent him one, huh?
He get feted?
No, that always happens to him too. But
Yeah.
somebody sent him a video. It was like started off as a regular video. He's doing like reaction videos, like live on stream. of his sister, like fresh off of a back shot. Yeah.
Aiden
Like,
Ross's sister?
Yeah, mess on her back and everything. And I guess he like stared at it for like a good like 20 seconds. I don't know whether they're like disgust or just trying to figure out like, who the fuck.
No way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro.
Bro, that's...
Could you
That's
imagine,
evil.
bro? That is evil, bro.
That is evil.
It is funny, but evil as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's diabolical shit.
I had to find out if we can play a video. I don't know if we can because it's like a SpongeBob. No. It's blurred out.
Oh.
Trust me, this morning I was looking hard for that picture. Like, man, why can't I find an unedited
Yeah.
version of this one? His sister's kind of hot. She got the heavies on her.
She got the
She
heavies?
got the heavies.
Bro.
Yeah. Yes, bro.
That's fucked up,
That's what
man.
he said. I think his reaction was, it was like quiet. And then he was like, I don't even remember what the fuck. I sent the video.
Yeah, it was something like that's not cool. Like, that's my sister. Like, it was just like one of those things where he was so shocked he couldn't even get the words right.
Yeah.
So he just kept saying over and over again, "That's not cool. That's literally my sister, bro." Like, he just kept saying that like over and over again.
Like I said, too,
I just couldn't believe it.
not just her with like,
You don't think it was like set up?
like he knew?
Like it wasn't actually his sister?
No, it was. You could tell by the
No,
reaction. It was
'cause-
his sister.
But like,
She has OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
she's capitalizing off him and started her own. But she's hot.
she's smart.
Like I said, she got the heavies.
If
Like
I was a girl, I'd have an OnlyFans.
enough heavy so like if you were looking at that angle, you could see her heavies still. You know what I'm saying? Because like she got 'em. So he's seen. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Crazy.
R.I.P. That's gotta hurt.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the guy.
I do. Feel
I'd
bad
kill
for him.
somebody. Like,
Yeah.
Facts. Like, even to just have it on her back too, like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
That is
next
crazy.
level.
Also, though, like her, like come on, like your OnlyFans really only popping because your brother. Like, can you like not put that shit on there? Like, you could like put like some like seductive shit on there. You don't got to put nut on your back.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
like I'm disowning her too. Like that's fucked.
I mean, it's not her fault. Get
Yeah.
your check, girl.
As ex-girlfriend, same thing. But I mean, that's not your sister. Your sister's way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sister-
get your check, but you don't gotta have fucking that on your back, bro. Come on.
She probably got paid for that shit.
All day.
Literally.
Yeah, but come on, she's still getting paid no matter what. She's got the heavies.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bad baby. I don't think she posts none of that shit. And she's making bank.
That's wild, though.
It is mad wild. That is crazy. What a wild turn we took from the Lions to talking about that. But
Yeah.
it just blew my mind when I seen that.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about that.
You know what else blew my
I'm about
mind?
to look it up right now.
And speaking
You're
of people
about to
seeing
make
stuff.
me defend the Glenn.
Oh, you're gonna make me defend the Glenn. If you find the unedited one, make sure you send that my way. But what I was gonna say is, we think I starting to feel like Brad Holmes. Watch a little bit of heavyweights. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm calling way too many things. It's weird. It's getting weird now.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think Jaden Ivey watches the heavyweights too, because shortly after, Chris and I had a little debate on if he's a number 2 on a championship team.
He went off.
Dude dropped 32.
Yeah.
8 assists, 8 boards, 2 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
50% from 3. Mm-hmm. What did you guys watch it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was balling.
What? Yeah. Good. Tell me.
He was just getting his, man. He was hitting some nice, like, step backs, like dirty step backs, side step threes. He's getting in the lane. He's, going out in transition, doing what he needs to do. It was impressive. It was an impressive performance. He didn't have many turnovers, which has been kind of a bad thing for him recently. And he limited that, so that was good. But, yeah, he was out there balling, man. It was impressive to watch. Against the Bucks, too. And, like, obviously they didn't be honest, but they still got very good defenders on that team.
That's what's up. Now that we've seen him play, is there a pro comp that you're more like comfortable making with him? I'm asking everybody in the room too.
With Jaden Ivey,
Yeah.
I'd have to think about it.
Yeah.
You got one, Chris?
Not offhand. Not offhand. But I will say, if he adds that, because he showcased it a little last night, if he can really get to that, I know everybody wants him to improve that 3-point and improve his finishing at the rim. Like, the percentages aren't great, but obviously you watch him, he has the athleticism to do that well. The thing I'm with, if he gets that mid-range game too,
It's getting
like
there.
he's unstoppable. That's you're talking north of 25 points per game.
Like it's-
type.
That was
A
new.
ceiling?
That was new out of him this
Yeah.
year that I didn't see coming. The 3-point should have been better too.
Like an extreme ceiling, like best case scenario, like Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Donovan was shooting a lot better.
That's
Yeah.
extreme.
But yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
that's
extreme.
that's a
Yeah.
that is something that
It's cool. It was off the top of your head.
yeah.
Speaking of
I like
off the
that
top
a
of your
lot.
head, where do you get your hair trimmed at?
Oh, Lady Jane's obviously because You can come into Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience. Register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment on your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, no appointment necessary. Because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan.
Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals in town. Plus, they will beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your vitamin D headquarters.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spinmo Rex.
What up,
Yo,
though?
Chris in the TD booth, JB, smooth the ones and twos. We started the show off hot, all right, with Dan Campbell. Pumped up about the team, hyped up about the team. He said after the fact too, and it's because you guys left the like button and a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys. But he wasn't the only one to speak last night.
He was.
Or actually, he was today. I apologize.
Yeah.
But Brad
Yesterday.
Holmes spoke with me last night. What a treat, man. And you know, he was kind of asked questions. Did we have the video about him on Jalen Carter?
It's about
players, character
players
issues.
and character and stuff.
You want to play that one?
Yeah.
Run it up, Chris. Let's do that one.
What is a fit for the Detroit Lions?
Outside of talent? Yeah, well, obviously, you've been hearing me preach intangibles since day one, and I do think I'm a firm believer still that intangibles are the separators of success. You know, you look at, you know, like an Ermanni St. Brown, he's a very he's a talented player, but his intangibles are as good as it gets, and that's why he has the success that he has. And there's countless other players that I could name that to rattle off, but you know, talent is one thing, but the intangible piece, the character piece, you know, those are components. But you know, it doesn't make up the whole picture in the totality of the evaluation.
Can talent
100%. I was covering Woodward Sports, yeah, but if it's the clip that I thought it was the one, because I screen recorded one too. When you speak about the high football character, is that did he mention that in there? It's about the football character.
It's talking about how character isn't the whole thing, and how talent is also important, and how you look at multiple different factors when you go into drafting a player. And it's not just talent that makes up the whole thing. It's the intangibles, obviously the work ethic he talked about, but he says that talent also plays a big factor in it.
Yeah, because I listened to that thing once on the way home last night, and then again on the way to work today. And the things I remember saying, or one of the takeaways I had was like, he said, talent's the easy part.
He said you can find talent anywhere.
Yeah, that's the. I'm confident in my talent evaluation. That's the easy part, but it's the intangibles. It's the characteristics of an Ermanni St. Brown.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to see he has a little bit of talent, but the hard work, like the workmanship that comes with it, and that's when the term football character came along, and that's kind of like what you and I have been speaking about. Is like initially when they said we want to bring people that match our culture, and we hear that, and when having a Jim Caldwell here before, we think of like a goody two shoes or like you know, just good guys, but that's not it's specifically football character.
Yes.
And that's the competitiveness that we talk about. That's that nastiness, that's that grit, and that's the term was last year. It's villain this year, but that's what they're looking for is that football character. And obviously that question was asked in a roundabout way about Jalen Carter.
Yes.
Now, having heard what Brad Holmes said, and knowing They're meeting with him. Was that today or just scheduled?
It's just scheduled.
What is your?
I still think they're getting Jalen Carter. I do. I think obviously he's one of the best players in the draft. He's rated as a top 3 prospect in this draft. He's going to fall down to them at 6. And if it's there, it's your biggest position of need, you grab him. And Dan Campbell also talked about meeting with one of Jalen Carter's teammates today and talking with one of Jalen Carter's teammates today. And he said he told them some things that they didn't know and you wouldn't hear from anybody else. And he said they're interesting. And when asked what that means, this is from Jeremy Reisman, put this up on Twitter. He said, is that good or bad? And Dan Campbell just said, interesting.
Yeah.
So these guys, bro, are just keeping everything close to the chest. Like, it's impressive to see an actually functioning front office work. Because I've never seen it before with the Detroit Lions.
With 1,000%. Like when I hear him say the high football character stuff, like that points to Jalen Carter to me in a little bit. It points to like it's not a no to Jalen Carter. It's them letting you know like, hey, we're not looking for the goody two shoes. They're specifically letting you guys know football character. It's almost like they're setting it up, not I guess for like us, but the non-believers, the guys that don't believe in Jalen Carter, the guys that have the doubt about him. It's like we're drafting him based off his football character. Can he get it done on the field?
And yes,
is he showing up for practice? Is he giving it all his practice? Is he willing to learn? Is he coachable? The intangibles that he spoke about. That's what they're looking for. And to be honest with you guys, whether it's Adam in this chair, Neil in that chair, Brandon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, that's something that we can't determine.
Jeff, huh?
Jeff too. Well, I'm just saying names.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Sure. Throw him in there. I'm playing. But
No, D-Mac,
thanks for interrupting me. Fuck you, piece of shit. I'm gonna interrupt you next time, bitch.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Don't get so butthurt about it, pussy.
I'm not so butthurt about it, bitch. Anyway.
Yeah, he is.
That speaks to.
100%.
I know you did make me forget what I was gonna say. Fuck you. I really don't remember what I was gonna say.
Yeah, 100%.
Thanks. But that's what I tell you. Doesn't matter who's like in this chair claiming like their philosophy of what a player is going to be or how lazy they are or how like their work ethic. That's nothing that none of us can determine.
Yeah.
Not you, not myself, not Chris, not nobody. But it's something that Brad Holmes is going to be able to determine when he has this interview with him this week. Something that Dan Campbell's going to determine this week when he sits down and speaks to him face to face. Like that's stuff that we can't speak on. Now we can speak on to what we see on film. And to be honest with you guys, like what's on film looks pretty damn good.
Yes.
I think everybody would say that. You can maybe speak on to the pro day stuff like that, but again, that's personal shit that we can't get a gauge on because we're not having conversations with him. We're not talking to his teammates like Dan Campbell did today and found something that was interesting. Whether that was good interesting or bad interesting, I don't know. But based off Brad Holmes' conversation last night, I felt like a good thing for Jalen Carter camp, us, you and I. Based off what Dan Campbell said, I'm hesitant again, but again, they're going to meet with him and have a conversation. They'll figure it all out. But I can't imagine what was said was bad. Why would you badmouth your teammate?
Yeah, I highly doubt that a teammate would go around badmouthing guys trying to make millions of dollars. And it's very imperative. Obviously, this interview is for Jalen Carter. This is something that when you fall down draft boards like that, you lose a lot of money. And he was a projected top 3 pick, and now he's falling and falling. And JB, who was that fucking had us taking him at 18? Like, that shit's not going to happen.
Mike Tannenbaum. He has a new mock draft out on ESPN right now.
Yeah, you have the Lions getting Jalen Carter at 18. Like, all right, buddy, sounds great, but it's not going to fucking happen. This guy, he is a beast. We've seen it on the field. You've seen it in the tape. And this, like you said, it is an imperative interview for Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes and whoever's meeting with them to sit down, figure out what's going on, see if he fits that football culture, see if he fits that Detroit Lions motive. And I strongly believe they're going to take him because I think it would be a dropped bag to not take him. Like taking a guy like Kalaja Kancey at 6. Like, no. Like Jalen Carter is the caliber of player you take at 6, not Kalaja Kancey. And I'd love to see it happen. I think that we've talked about how this is a place where he can come in and he can get some things right, especially if you bring in a guy like Calais Campbell that can help mentor him for a year or whatever it is. And we'll get back into that when we talk about Calais Campbell. But it is imperative for Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, whoever it is, to sit down, dissect this man's brain, and figure out what's going on and if he fits what they want as a player.
Football character.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're looking for. Again, everything that they see on tape, Brad Holmes nailed it on the head. we can identify talent. It's just what is he outside of the football field? When it comes like preparation for the game coming up, or being around his teammates, keep them motivated, or not just at least dragging them down. That's how I look at it, at least when I hear the term like football character, and that's what they're going to determine this week. It's not up for us to decide. It's up for them to decide, and we'll find out come draft time, because they do have the number 6 overall pick, and if he's not taken before then, I fully expect that Jalen Carter should be that pick.
Yeah, we have a different mock draft I saw today from PFF that has the Lions doing something that a lot of people aren't going to like.
Oh, man.
And we're going to talk about that soon, and we're definitely going to talk about, obviously, Calais Campbell, because he spoke that into existence.
Yes, sir.
Brad Holmes does watch the heavyweights.
Facts.
He tunes in.
Proven.
From 5 to 7 every day. He hits the like button. He subscribes. He leaves a 5-star review on the podcast.
Nice.
So you should do the same.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. 100%.
But to the Calais Campbell thing, too, I guess that does like Brad Holmes is just like, he's really nice like that, because
I'm a savage whenever I want.
seriously, man, you're looking at the draft and how much it changed. I mean, everything that Dan Campbell said, hyping up this team for this season, and then he ended it with, we haven't hit the draft yet.
Yeah.
They haven't, and they've addressed so many points of need, man.
With dogs. Not with just guys. They brought in dudes.
And lo and behold, one more game. Have a visit with Calais Campbell, visiting the Detroit Lions, which we're going to talk about when we come back. But I want him here for more than just football reasons. Football reasons, he could do everything you want on the field when it comes to defensive line. He could do everything well. He's a fucking giant human being.
He is a scary man.
But he's also a man that's been – did he win with the Ravens?
Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Walter Payton Man of the Year?
Yeah, he's won that.
Did he win a chip with the Ravens?
I don't believe so, no.
JB, can you look that up and see if he has a Super Bowl ring? I'm curious. I'm not I'm not questioning like your knowledge. I'm curious to know. But the other thing with them is like, say you do address that. Maybe you don't need to draft a Jalen Carter, but I think that helps set you up for Jalen Carter either way, for more success with Jalen Carter. Because that's a role model for him to look forward to. Calais
He's
Campbell.
never won a Super Bowl.
Never won a Super Bowl. That's somebody everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, defensive lineman at least. That's a guy that's going to be respected in the locker room. That's a guy that's been around Ray Lewis. He's been around like championship pedigree teams. And for Jalen Carter to be ushered into this league alongside him, not just as a mentor, bro, but on the same fucking line, bro. Jalen Carter, Calais Campbell.
That's two scary human beings.
And then Aiden Hudson. And you like James Houston? He looked nice.
Yeah.
Romeo Park can show you something. Josh Pascal. Oh my God.
John Kaminsky. We were all excited when we brought him back, right?
Detroit Lions will win a playoff game if everyone, the right pieces stay healthy.
Yes.
The right pieces stay healthy. But speaking of being healthy, Spinny, it's a good way to get healthy.
Custom Health Centers, obviously. Because you can go to Custom Health Centers and they'll help you lose some weight. Like our very own Ryan Ermanni. He went from Corey Spaghetti to Corey Maggette. He went from Jalen Carter during his pro day to Jalen Carter at draft day. And you can do the same. But in all seriousness, Ryan Ermanni hit up Custom Health Centers. He lost upwards of 18 pounds. You can do the same. Call them at 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446. Call Custom Health Centers today. Let them help you lose some weight.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy Joe, my guy Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JP Smooth, rocking along on a Tuesday. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button. If you listen to us on an audio platform like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, leave us that 5-star review. We appreciate you guys for that one. You beefing with somebody in the chat? I know. You're looking at the chat intensely just now.
I was just reading.
Oh, saw you leave a comment too. I just didn't have time to read it. You know, as we do often, predict these things. They call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things, and I've been doing so. Call me bad takeies all you want. I just keep having to fucking call these things happen. It is what it is. But Calais Campbell to the Detroit Lions was one of those things, and now officially, Dan Campbell gushed over Calais Campbell.
Yes, he did.
At today's presser.
He did. He had a lot to say about him.
Yeah, Calais Campbell. Actually, we have the tape on that one too.
We do have the tape on that.
Let's fucking run it. Good shit, Spinny. Bad shit.
Yeah, look, we turned the tape on, man, and it is, I tell you what, man, you talk about a lot of respect for a big man. Oh, my gosh. That is, and I just keep watching. I'm like, man, there's no way he can feel good. That body cannot feel good, but it looks like it feels good because he is a force to be reckoned with. Man, you put him in a closed in, you're not running over there. He can rush as the 3 technique still on third down. He just, man, and he's got length, he's got size, he's still quick. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we're not the only one who's on him, so.
Called it. Nailed it. Again.
Yeah, Calais Campbell, big Dan Campbell guy. It's kind of like how Jack Campbell's a big Dan Campbell guy.
Big Dan Campbell guys.
But he's right, man. The guy can do so many different things. He's a massive human being. He's obviously been in the league for a long time, and he's a Walter Payton Man of the Year. Like, he's got all the things that you want out of a veteran to bring in, to put in, and help guide that young defensive line. Because he can help so many. He could help Aiden Hutchinson with the pass rush. He could help a Jalen Carter get his mind right. He could help an Ali McNeil on how to shed blocks and do different things. Like, he can literally help every single piece of that young defensive line get better. Mm-hmm. This guy, like, I'm starting to fall in love with. Like, sign him on a 1-year deal immediately.
And it's crazy too, because it's not just like off the field helping these guys mentor them into becoming like pros and all pros. Like, it's also like on the field too. That's a giant human being. I think he had 5-6 sacks last year. I could be incorrect in that. That's off the top of the dome piece, but like, he's still productive. That's why when people are talking about trading for Ed Oliver, a guy who hasn't been productive.
He had 5.5 sacks.
A guy that you guys truly only know through the draft.
Yeah.
Not through his production, and you can point to the game in Thanksgiving all you want. I just want you to remind yourself that those are practice squad guards that played that Thanksgiving game. All right? You couldn't even pronounce the guy's last name because it's never been said enough for you to know. We don't fucking know who that guy is. Calais Campbell, on the open market. You get him on a 1-year deal, 2-year deal, however long you want, but he's still productive to this point. I could give a fuck about the age. When I mentioned DeAndre Hopkins, when I mentioned Calais Campbell, and people want to like fact check me, like, oh, he's 31, oh, he's 36. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It'd be different if he was 31, 36, and he wasn't producing. I'm not asking Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell to sign them to 5-year deals. I'm asking them to sign them to this year. There's a bunch of guys on this team right now that are 1-year deals. This team is in some form and fashion. They may not say it from their mouths because it's a big step to take and a little PTSD for being Detroit Lions fans and realists, but like, all in this year, in a sense. And that's just a piece like that. If you ask me, pound for pound, if I'm going to try to win a Super Bowl this year, who I'd rather have in this football team, Ed Oliver or Calais Campbell? Anybody with a fucking right, like, savvy football mind, the answer is Calais Campbell. Not just because, 1, he's more productive, 2, he's versatile on top of that. Like,
yeah. He's versatile. You can move him around. And, like, we talked about last year, in the beginning of this year, we talked about how young this team was. How many young players they're putting out there, the youth along, let alone the defensive line, but the entire defense. You know what would be a good thing for a very young defense that's starting to learn how to win? A guy who's played in the NFL for 15 seasons. A guy who has played 227 NFL football games and has 99 sacks. Like, this would be such a good piece for all, I've already said it, all the positions on the defensive line to learn from. He can help everybody. You bring him in here, you help him build that culture even more. Like, do you know how much that would help bringing in a Calais Campbell to build that culture? It's extremely, extremely beneficial on many different factors to bring in a guy like this. He's got 99 sacks, like I said, over 800 total tackles, 57 pass defenses. He is amazing. He's six-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, first-team All-Pro, Walter Payton Man of the Year 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, the guy is that dude. Inside the locker room, outside the locker room. He'd be showing these guys how to handle themselves in pressers, showing these guys how to handle themselves off the field while still dominate on the field. It is something that would be beneficial for every single piece, every single player on that defensive team. Because even the veterans, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Cam Sutton, Alex Anzalone, these aren't like...
They're 25 years old.
Yeah, they're not like 10-year vets. Like, these are guys that are just getting on their second contracts that are still learning how to have success in the NFL.
Yeah.
You can bring in a dude like this that'll be like, oh, wise one, Calais Campbell, please show me how to be a good player in the NFL. Like, it would be extremely, extremely beneficial for every single piece on that defense.
And then I remember, too, specifically, again, going back to Brad Holmes speaking with the media last night, and he talked about the re-signing of Isaiah Buggs. And they came away very impressed with Isaiah Buggs. Isaiah Buggs is a guy that was cut from the Pittsburgh Steelers, if I'm not mistaken, before he became a Detroit Lion. And he said, although he produced for us, Brad Holmes and his presser last night said that he felt he could have did a lot more if he wasn't asked to be on the field as much as he was because they needed him. They needed him to be, and he stepped into that role. If you bring in a Calais Campbell, it also allows, like you said, dude, it's going to upgrade everybody along that defensive line. Now, I do want to say this. As much as we're hyping up, that's mainly because we called it, but we're not the only ones in competition for Calais Campbell.
Yes.
He's what, visiting with the Jets now? He's going to visit with the Jets.
Bills, I think.
Bills. Obviously, I'm sure the Jags will want him back, too. I don't know if the Ravens are in that conversation, but he's a coveted piece. You know, a lot of people like Calais Campbell. Well, guess why? Because he's fucking good.
Yes.
He's a good football player.
And again, Nicholas Duncan says Calais is so old, though.
It doesn't make... Why
You're
do you
not
give a
bringing
fuck?
him for a 7-year deal and locking him down until he's 45. You bring him in here on a 1-year deal where he can still provide something on the field and help mentor this young defensive line. Like, just that would be enough for me to be like, yeah, bring him in. But he's also still productive. Like, we're not asking the Lions to sign this guy to a multi-year deal, give him all this money. Like, bring him in here on a 1-year deal.
Lock him down for 5 years.
Yeah,
like,
no.
what do you like? I don't like. What do you fucking? I don't want to disrespect Nick because I do see your name in the Woodward Sports Show all the time.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you for rocking with the heavies, but come on, dog. Like, come on,
Appreciate
man.
you for sure. And he is old. That is a part of it.
But
He's
we're not
definitely
asking to
old.
sign a 5-year deal.
Yeah, just 1 year.
Vincent Law says it
He's
perfectly in
got
the
1
Woodward
more
Sports chat. It says Lions fans have PTSD, abandonment issues, and IQ deficiencies. So many fans look for reasons not to sign or draft a baller. They need help and support, not harsh criticism. Oh, he's going at us, kind of. Well, sorry, guys.
No.
But that's what
Tell
we're
it
doing.
like it is.
When I initially came out, when I cut the clip, or no, actually I didn't cut the clip. Shout out to my guy Nick. I still don't know how to say your last name, but the tailgate wins. Make sure you guys check him out. But he cut the clip of us talking about not wanting Ed Oliver, and then I captioned it with like, yeah, I'd rather have Calais Campbell. Some douchebag. Tell your mother you sucked my dick from the back, brother. Because he called me, so you always have the worst takes. And fucking 2 weeks, I'm just sick of fucking like those types, and it comes true, and whatever. Fuck those people. But Calais Campbell would be a great sign for the Detroit Lions for many, many reasons. Every single reason we pointed out for you guys. It's not even
Tyler Chauvet. I probably butchered your last name.
I
Chauvet.
think you got that one. Chauvet? That's probably the correct way.
Yeah, it's probably French.
He probably says it the way you said, though.
Yeah, he said sign Dan Campbell's son, Calais, and draft his other son, Jack.
Wait. Signed his son's name's Calais?
Yeah, Calais Campbell.
Oh, my God. I
got him.
I fell for that for real.
Yeah, he did.
He even spelled son wrong.
He's the son of his life. He brightens him up.
I guess so.
His
You wanna
world
look at it
revolves
that
around
way.
him.
Maybe we do this one with the Woodward Sports chat poll. I don't want to. Do I? No, I'm dead on the Ed Oliver stuff. That was never a question asked by the media, by the way, to Dan Campbell, because it's not a fucking thing. You know, it was asked to him though. They did dead Lamar Jackson.
They deaded Lamar Jackson for
Which,
sure.
thankfully, because we've been saying it's not gonna happen.
I didn't want it to happen. We obviously, you got to look at it and look at different things.
Yeah.
And I thought Lions fans completely brushing it off like, oh, he's nowhere near Jared Goff was stupid.
That's where I had beef.
Yeah.
People were like, Goff is better. Like, no, let's relax. Let's relax on that. We do have Goff under contract. It'd be an awkward situation. Plus, there's 40+ million, however many guarantees. Like, it'd be a whole fiasco.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't gonna happen. But he killed it. He deaded it. Eric Kirkland, I am good. Apologize for losing my cool if I did. Third angriest I've been.
When?
Well, I don't know. I think he's thinking about Me telling that guy, just tell his mom to suck my dick from the back.
No, I don't think you were angry at all.
I think that's how you talk.
Yeah.
This is how I talk.
It's just what you say.
I talk reckless.
I'm not yelling. This is how I talk.
That's literally me. When we do get back, I want to talk Detroit Lions over/under dropped by DraftKings. I do want to talk a little bit about the conversations. We were ridiculed by the guys that, I mean, I'm not gonna put Jeff in the category, but my man wants to draft Collegiate Kansas at 6. That same guy criticized you for wanting to draft a wide receiver first round.
Yes.
Both Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes were asked point blank. They want to fulfill DJ Chark's role because a lot of people assume that Jameson Williams is going to just fulfill that role, be the ex-wide receiver, and the rest is history. That's not the case.
Not the case.
And as we said, and as you heard Ben Johnson tell you, they
prefer to use him in the slot.
Correct. They see a role for Jameson Williams is not as the ex-wide receiver. I want to talk a little bit about that PFF. That shit's actually crazy. I'm not,
especially.
It's for clicks, right?
I don't know, man.
I guess we'll get to it, but not before we talk about Guardian Alarm.
I will, because Guardian Alarm will offer you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also offer 24/7 professional monitoring. Call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out
right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, jumping my guy Spin More Rex.
What up, though?
Yo, Chris, the TD Booth, JB Smooth, and 1 to 2. We're rocking along on a Tuesday. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you listen to us on an audio platform like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, give us that 5-star review. 5-star review. 5-star review. One more before we move on a little bit. I just want to note to the Dan Campbell and Jalen Carter teasers. He did say in that presser that, can you afford to have a bad apple on a good team once you have the foundation solidified? And he said, yeah, 1, maybe even 2. Immediately my head went, obviously Carter.
Yes.
And number 2, maybe even CJ, GJ a little bit.
Yeah.
And again, that speaks to them pointing out the football character. That's what matters. CJ, GJ produces on the field, talks about being a leader, is a damn good, smart football player. He plays both safety and nickel cornerback. He can do it all. That's that football character you look forward to. Now, off the field, there's an Instagram post on Detroit Lions Instagram right now, him trying to read the word invention, and he can't quite get it out. You know what I'm saying? Put some things in perspective for you. I hope he doesn't see that, but I think the Hodem putting that up there. But football character is what matters.
Pretty fucked.
That was pretty fucked. I was like, yo, they need to fire that person.
Yeah,
or just take that down and repost it. But anyway, before we went to break, we kind of talking about we're talking about just Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes' press conferences. Thank God that came out because it's getting a little dry this week. I ain't gonna lie to you, but they point blank were asked about replacing DJ Chark, exact position they see they need to replace in this upcoming draft and or free agency. Brad Holmes obviously spoke about free agency still being a thing, and it could possibly be addressed through there. Obviously, there's rumors about them possibly trading for a Cortland Sutton. We're on the DeAndre Hopkins. I'm on the DeAndre Hopkins. Are you on the DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money though.
Yeah, the following year. This year only $8 million, but I feel you. And then, like, to be honest too, like, I don't see it as a reality. I'm just saying, like, why not? Brad watches the show, so I'm just trying, just dropping another little drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Planting the seed. But it's something they want to attack. We spoke about it too. They want Jameson Williams in the slot. We want Jameson Williams in the slot. Is going to get done, but I'm wondering now how early. I guess it's going to be late. It's going to be late pick.
It's going to be late. You've seen Brad Holmes throughout his career has been adept at taking wide receivers late and they work out, such as Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Amon-Ra St. Brown, different guys like that, even Van Jefferson to an extent. But there's 3 receivers in this draft that are like possibly first round talents.
Yeah.
Definitely 2, maybe 3. I'd love Quentin Johnston, don't get me wrong, that'd be cool, but I don't see them doing that. We've talked about guys like A.T. Perry, Bryce Ford Wheaton, different players that they're going to address. And I've said it multiple times, you should draft a receiver every year. Like every year you should take a receiver. Because you can just keep building that room and you never know who's going to pop off. So I fully feel comfortable with Brad Holmes taking a receiver wherever he decides to in the draft. But I would not be surprised at all if it was a big body X guy that you could put out there to fill the role of DJ Chark, because that's what's missing on this team. You look at the only really outside jump ball threat, like you got Josh Reynolds, but all due respect to Josh Reynolds, he's Josh Reynolds.
Yeah.
And then Quintez Cephas, who can't play more than 2 games a year. Outside of that, you got J-Mo, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, you got Khalif Raymond, and then Trinity Benson is even still on the team.
No.
Tom Kennedy. Like, you don't have big dogs to put out there on the outside and, bully somebody on the sideline out of a catch. So I'm 100% confident they draft a receiver over 6'2" this year.
That's I think it's going to be 2. Either somebody over 6'2" or just somebody like really, really nice at the route running. I forget, there was a name that our guy Russell Brown dropped on us too. When we talked about the late round receiver, and I totally biffed the name and forgot it, but I definitely think they're going to attack the wide receiver position in the draft. It's just, I'm trying to debate whether it be early, and it's probably going to be late.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a guy we don't know.
Yes.
To be honest with you. And it could be a guy we do know, but just not familiar with enough. And even like Amon-Ra St. Brown, like when he was drafted, I don't know his 40 time off the top of my head, but I know it wasn't great. I know his measurements they weren't the best, but damn, is he panning out? I mean, we were borderline ready to usher him into a top 10 wide receiver this year. I'm talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I have the utmost faith in Brad Holmes. And we see this year in and year out. Like, although we think this is a weak wide receiver class, which at the surface it is, there aren't guys you can point to and say for sure going to be studs, which you typically can.
Yeah. There's like 2 or 3.
Yeah, and there always is, right? Because, like, as much as we don't think highly of this class, that's how those late round picks are. That's why they're late round picks in like previous years. That people don't think highly of them. They get drafted and they end up panning out.
James M. and Woodward Sports Chat says throw Spenny in the slot. Might do some damage.
I think you got some footwork. You got some nice footwork.
I got good linemen always have the best footwork.
Yeah.
Always. I used to cut up on receivers. I told you about that when I lined up.
Your team was like 0-9.
Yeah, so was yours.
Yeah, I know. But we could cut up on our receiver. I don't know. We're cutting up on other receivers.
I had one play, they called it the Harley backfield, where me and our other linemen lined up in the backfield and we led block.
Yeah.
And one time we were doing that and we ran a couple plays and we were moving the ball, and then he called like a regular formation play out of it, but didn't change the personnel. And so I was like, and so I went out to the slot. I thought, dude, dirty double move, hit the hitch and go wide open in the end zone, but my quarterback got sacked because the 2 best linemen were out there running routes.
Yeah. That was wild.
I was wide open in the end zone.
That is hilarious. I mean, hey, your coach maybe the next Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
He foresaw the Penei Sewell.
Yeah, for sure.
Penei Sewell action.
I had a couple trick plays.
I had no trick plays, unfortunately. Mike Hilton, no calls, no debates ever. My guy Nick in the Woodward Sports Chat is kind of trying to like poo-poo on the Detroit Lions. I don't see it. I would love to hear this articulated out loud. Please feel free to call in, brother. I got to hear that one out. Otherwise, I think you're just trolling or crazy. But Detroit Lions wide receiver position definitely going to address in the draft. A.T. Perry is a name I like. You and Dion been putting me on the Ford Wheaton guy.
Yeah.
He ran another 4.5.
Yeah, he's 4'5", 6'5", like a 38-inch vertical. He's got a little dropsy, little dropsy, which that can be taught. he better be, if the Lions do draft him, he better be with Amon-Ra St. Brown after every practice, hitting that jug machine, fucking 105 catches every day.
Yeah.
Like, so, but that's what I'm saying. There's guys out there. Like, I like A.T. Perry a lot, but he's going to be a mid-round pick. Bryce Ford-Wheaton, you're looking at more like a 5th, 6th.
Yeah.
So, I trust Brad Holmes to find one of these guys. He's shown it throughout his entire career that he can identify late-round wide receiver talent that turns out to be very good receivers in the National Football League.
It's wild. This dude really can like do what he has the ultimate freedom, especially if they sign Calais Campbell. Say they do feel a type of way about Jalen Carter. And that interesting statement made by Dan Campbell was a bad interesting. He still has the freedom to draft a receiver. To be honest with you, Spinny, like I'm not a fan of it, and I'd fucking be scratching my head. But based off like everything he's attacked in free agency, again with Calais Campbell in mind, if he is on the team, if he did go receiver at 6, like I really
6.
As I told you, I don't want it. But he has the freedom to.
There's no way.
He has the freedom to.
There's no,
he's just nice like that, bro.
But there's no receiver being worthy of being drafted.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
If he does, he does. I don't think it'd be a thing. I never thought he looked at receivers high based off the first draft class and how they shopped free agency the first year with like the cheapy guys that.
And how hype he was when they got Penei Sewell instead of Jamar Chase.
Exactly, but then they traded up. And got Jamo. Yeah. So he's really like, and that's another thing I was listening to him say last night too, is like he doesn't believe in carrying a depth chart into the draft room. He doesn't want to draft based off like needs.
Yeah.
He just wants to draft the like best player available.
That's what you do. That's how you create a good team that has sustained success. Is you get the best players you possibly can, and then do what he does and fill some holes through free agency. So.
And it keeps the competition brewing too. Like they spoke a little bit today with Dan Campbell about Romeo coming back, and they were wondering like what was said on Dan Campbell's end to make that happen. And obviously you can't speak on Romeo's side of it, but like $9 million is a lot of money that he gave up to still be a part of this football team.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he gave up a lot of money. Big V gave up a lot of money. Like everybody's giving up money. Like Oprah. Like you get a restructure. You get a restructure. You get a re-signing. You get this. You get like Brad Holmes, Oprah in this bitch. And it's awesome to see because that means that people are actually buying into it. And yeah, Big V and Romeo Okwara are not these super highly touted players, but they are good players who would be on every single NFL roster and could go find a check. If they felt that giving up $9 million of what they're making is too much, no, they said, yeah, we want to stay here in Detroit. We see what you're cooking, we see what you're building, and we'll take some money off the top so you can build the team.
Comment to Woodward Sports chat from Kenny says BPA is BS. Bijan would be the pick at 6 if that was the case.
That's true.
Which is a fair point. Obviously, Jalen Carter's there. I think Carter, nah.
I mean, you also got to factor into the position of need and positional value.
That's the conversation I was going to say, like positional value.
Positional value is a big part of it. Like, yeah, Bijan is a great player, but you can find running backs anywhere. You can find different players anywhere. So,
again, like for me,
and you just got David Montgomery.
Outside of the tight end position and guard, which I'm not warming up to, but I'm warming up to the prospects that are being spoken about, like Pierce Johnson, I believe it is, and Peter Skoronski, only because they moonlight as guards and tackles at the same time. So like Taylor Decker decides to get retired or ends up hurt and whatever.
He was talking about retiring in training camp last year.
Was he?
Yeah. Well, he was just like joking. He was like, I can't wait to be retired.
Yeah. But like though, there's like that conversation to be had. Like there's that side of seeing it. But like outside of tight end, like honest to God, if Bijan was the pick at 6, I'm not tripping. If JSN was the pick at 6, I'm not tripping. Again, he's addressed everything you need in the free agency period. Outside defensive tackle, obviously linebacker, but those are all things that are going to be addressed through this draft, especially linebacker.
You got 4 picks in the first 2 rounds.
Defensive tackle and linebacker, honestly, are probably the deepest positions in this draft class.
Yes, I would agree.
Above any and all, like the deepest positions. Like, and we're familiar with the guys as it goes further and further in because that's how fucking deep they are. Like, we're cool with DeMarion Overshown because
very cool.
We're familiar with DeMarion Overshown, and he's projected to be like what, 3rd, 4th? Like,
third, yeah, probably 3rd round.
Typically, how often do you know 3rd, 4th round prospects? You don't. This linebacker class is that deep. There's just so many guys that you like. Even same thing to be said with the defensive tackles too, like Siaki Ika. Thank you, Siaki Ika. I'll just say Ika, but Benton, Mozzie Smith. I mean, these are the
Javon Dexter.
The 2 deepest positions, hands down.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to see The second round is going to be littered with defensive tackles and linebackers, and the Lions have 2 picks in that second round.
Man, I'm praying. I'm sure Brad is too. That Carter falls to 6.
I'm almost positive he will at this point.
Yeah. And then at 18, it's just such a. I mean, we'll do this. We'll do this topic next because PFF has Detroit Lions shaking up the draft in a big way.
Big way.
And again, it's something that Brad Holmes spoke on today or last night that he has the freedom to do because he just does.
He can do whatever he wants.
He is him. He afforded himself the ability to make these decisions.
Yeah.
Not just like based off how the roster is structured right now, but also based off decisions he made in the past. We'd have to have faith in his decisions if he did something crazy like this. And we'll tell you guys about it, but not before Spain tells us about Big Boy.
I will, because Seafood Fest is back at Big Boy. Some of your favorites during Lent, like the shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir fry, and all new fish sandwich. Don't forget the all-you-can-eat fish fry buffets on Friday night, so make sure you go to your local Big Boy today and satisfy those taste buds.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry. Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they beat all competitors by $5. $5. And while you're there, don't forget to pick up some of their favorites: Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, or Swedish Beauty Lotion.
I won't.
ChiliPeppersTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans.
They're hot.
Don't know where to go. It's ChiliPeppersTanning.com.
Bonjour. Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I am your boy Eazy, my Gusman Morax. Young Chris is in the Diddy Bob and JB Smooth on the 1s and 2s.
You sound like the candle from Beauty and the Beast.
Hit the like button.
Be our guest.
Be our guest.
Our guest. Put our service to the test.
Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. Hit the like button. Leave a 5-star review. Huh?
I wrote a report on Beauty and the Beast for my History of American Cinema class.
What was the report about?
I forget what it was called. It was like a certain type of movie where like it's like a genre of movie to where at the beginning the like protagonist hates the subject or the antagonist at that point, and then they end up falling in love at the end of it. I got 100% on my midterm because it was the best one. That was the class I told you where he'd be like, next person to answer this gets 100% on the final.
Fire.
Yeah, dude.
And you like movies.
Class was dope. Class was dope.
So before we went to break, we teased it. Brad Holmes can like seriously do what he wants with this draft.
Yeah.
He can manipulate it, molest it. Sorry, too far. But he can put his hands all over this thing and end up wherever he wants, outside of possibly #1. And it's been expressed, obviously, clearly by us at this point. But now PFF has joined in, because they did something interesting, Spinny. And I'm going to let you lay it out.
Yeah, they definitely did something interesting. So PFF put out their newest mock draft, and with the Detroit Lions, they had them trading up. Not just trading up a little bit. They had them trading up to 3. And guess what they gave up to trade up to 3?
Let me hear it.
Number 6, number 48, number 81, and a 2024 first and a 2024 fourth.
I'm good.
What the hell did you
I'm good.
They trade up to number 3 and they take
I'm good.
Anthony Richardson, quarterback, Florida. They said, this is PFF, the Lions have a strong free agency period that truly enabled them to have no needs entering the 2023 NFL Draft. The one could argue their interior of their defensive line is still what needs the most work.
Correct.
More on that later. With this pick, Detroit shows they have no plans to draft this early again anytime soon. They make a bold move to move up to get the most athletically gifted quarterback we've seen in a long time. Jared Goff has 2 years and $52.95 million remaining on his contract with nothing guaranteed. And while he's been solid in Detroit, the only way the Lions truly see their rebuilding through to the finish line following the quarterback swap with Matthew Stafford is by using the extra draft capital acquired to land potential difference-making quarterback. Goff does not elevate the talent around him, but Richardson certainly could.
Could. There's the keyword.
And then at 18,
okay,
the Detroit Lions select
Calais Cansey, defensive tackle, Pittsburgh.
It's weird. This guy's supposed to be number 6 overall pick, but the mocks he ends up in the back half of the draft for some reason. It's like teams, people
trading up
value
to get Anthony Richardson,
5'10" defensive tackle with 30-inch arms.
That is a lot. That is a lot to give up to trade. I gotta look at it again.
Yeah, give us the trade synopsis again. I'm gonna be honest with you guys always anyway, but I don't think the Lions are going quarterback as early as they once thought they were.
I don't think so either.
I think it was an open conversation between Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, whoever else too, and obviously they've been thorough with Jared Goff as well. And Brad Holmes hinted to that last night. There's been open discourse with him. He's been made aware of the situation too. But having Dan Campbell's comments from yesterday, how about I love Goff, or Goff's our guy, Goff's the man. Having Dan Campbell's comments today about how Jared Goff he's our guy, and as talented as Lamar is, we have a guy here, and we like to keep those guys around. Maybe I'm just mixing the two quotes, but I'm starting to lean towards I don't know if they're going quarterback as early as we once thought. So again, I think the Nate Sudfeld re-signing was a piece of that too. To give up this haul for the biggest question mark, I forget the
for just the number 3 pick from Arizona.
Okay, I'm gonna write down. Let's do this.
The Detroit Lions send number 6, number 48, number 81, a 2024 first, and a 2024 fourth.
No.
For just number 3.
No. No.
That is a ridiculous haul to move up 3 spots.
This is the other part too. Like obviously, you and I both have been on board ever since Jared Goff entered the town to draft the next guy up and make him a bridge quarterback. And Dan Campbell told you he's bought you time, but it doesn't. As much as you'll never be at 6 again, Brad Holmes still can maneuver a trade like that and end up at 6 in another draft or whatever he wants to acquire next year to become again in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. But it's just as much as we want it to happen this year, or some of us want it to happen this year, it doesn't have to. You still can draft that quarterback next year, and he still sits behind Goff next year. You know what I'm saying? As much as it just doesn't have to happen, and I'm not giving up all that to make it happen a year earlier than it has to.
This is just I got respect for what PFF does. Mm-hmm. They put in a lot of time, watch a lot of film, dive into a lot of stats. This is fucking stupid. This is the dumbest shit I've seen in a long time. You're moving up 3 spots, and you're giving up, 5 picks to move up those 3 spots? What the fuck are you guys talking about? I understand, Brad Holmes loves Anthony Richardson. They watched the Florida games. Every time they had a home game, they were there. All right, but that much, you think Brad Holmes is giving up that much to move up 3 picks to get this guy? You're fucking drunk, or you're just doing something. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Is there anything other than just pick 1 they get?
No, it's just pick 1.
Just pick 1. I'm sorry, pick 3.
Just the number 3 overall pick. That's all they get.
So they'd be giving up 5 picks to move to 3, 2 first rounders along that. One of them being a top 10 pick. No. As you said, or someone else just said in Woodward Sports Chat.
And the Cardinals took Tyree Wilson at 6.
It's not happening. But I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying at this point, to be honest with you guys.
Dude, what?
What?
They got the Colts taking Christian Gonzalez at 4.
What were you going to say, Chris?
if we want to play devil's advocate here and entertain it, what is the package you'd be willing to give up? I know you don't want to move up to 3, but what is the package you'd be willing? What would that framework look like?
Because of how I feel about Jalen Carter, I mean, I don't know how Brad Holmes feels about Jalen Carter. Again, identifying the talent is easy. Jalen Carter's a guy. But I would start with pick 18 in 2024. Again, if they're willing to like flirt with that, I mean, that's a big jump from 18 to 3. But I'm not.
No way.
I'm just not passing up on the interior defensive spot at opportunity at Jalen Carter. It's a piece I truly think that could be there. I know some of the Woodward Sports chats said a lot of people think Seattle can take him. I know Jeff in our mock draft we have coming out, an article by Roman Bruno. Make sure you guys check that out. WoodwardSports.com. He has the Seattle Seahawks taking Carter at 5, but they just signed Draymond Jones off the open market to like a big deal, a fairly big deal for his level of defensive tackle. I just don't see them reinvesting into that defensive tackle room again with Jalen Carter. I think they need more edge. I think they're going to go Tyree Wilson or Anderson if he's there.
This is what happens when you do mock drafts every fucking day or every fucking week.
Well, yeah, you
just got to spice some shit up so people aren't looking at this. Like, JB, what? Somebody had fucking Hendon Hooker going 4th overall? Like, who's that?
Oh, from the Mike Tannenbaum.
Yeah.
It had Hendon Hooker going 5th to the Seahawks.
To the Seahawks.
But you just paid Geno.
I mean, I could see the Seahawks still taking a quarterback, even though they just paid Geno. But
yeah.
Hendon Hooker at 5 is all right. Like, pump the brakes a little bit, buddy. Did he not tear his ACL? Did he lose 4 years? And
it's crazy because Mike Tannenbaum's like a former GM too. I mean, look, this is what it is. What's happening is.
It's what happens when you pump out a draft, fucking mock draft every week.
We experienced it this week too. I mean, let's be real. Like Mondays are usually the juiciest shows. Monday was a little dry. We kind of had regurgitated topics from last week. Today we are hot. We spitting because we have fresh content from Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. Speaking of media, like shit gets a little dry. They still need the clicks or whatever they need to do, and they make conversation. Maybe it's a fun thought exercise for them. I don't know, but no, that's not happening.
This is just stupid.
I saw you want to talk about bad. I mean, that's probably that's borderline cream of the crop. I mean, obviously Mike Tannenbaum probably is the worst fucking mock draft I've ever seen in my life, and he's a former GM. That's wild. Maybe he's doing it for clicks.
He's got the Eagles taking Skoransky.
Pray to God that he's doing that one for clicks. But I saw CBS. Yeah, fire GM, exactly. But I saw a CBS mock draft where they had the Detroit Lions drafting Luke Van Ness at 6.
Yeah.
A guy who didn't start.
Back up.
A guy who didn't test well. Still being talked about possibly a first-round pick. But at 6, a top 10 pick, like, dudes are just getting bored. That's all it is.
Come on, bro. What are we doing? He's got Quentin Johnston falling to 23 to the Vikings.
I mean, I could see that.
I can't.
I could see that. I don't think that one's too crazy. But like you said, doing mock drafts all about that. You're running giant content. You're just generating clicks. But I truly, again, I guess bring back the point I was trying to make though is like I just don't know the Detroit Lions are drafting quarterback as early as like I once thought. And it's based off like recent conversations. And
no, they're definitely drafting a quarterback.
No, they're drafting a quarterback. But I'm saying they're not going to draft a quarterback as early as like we once thought. And this is Eazy Damas telling you this right now. A guy who wants a quarterback. That doesn't need to happen this year. In all reality, it just doesn't. You have Jared Goff for 2 more years. Would it be nice to eventually have him as a trade asset? Yes. Is that like a bad way of doing business when you talked about what you said yesterday about the Ravens locker room, seeing how Lamar's being treated?
Mm-hmm.
The Detroit Lions have this renaissance with Jared Goff at the helm of it, and at the end of it, they trade him 1 year up before it's done. Does it make sense business-wise? Yeah, but was that reflect in the locker room? Not the greatest, if we're being real about it. So they don't have to rush getting the guy or the most talented guy. I heard Jalen Hall had a really good workout, and Detroit Lions were there too, and a lot of the guys seemed to be impressed with him. But Hooker is like the target for me if I'm still hoping for like a higher end talent guy.
Hooker, Lisa the one-handed hooker.
That's something, again, Brad Holmes could completely molest this draft because he can move up early enough to draft Hooker if he wanted to, the 2 second-round picks. Like, this dude, it's
he can
insane.
do anything he wants.
He can do
anything he wants.
You literally can.
I'm the Homelander. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like
Brad Homelander.
Brad Homelander.
Brad Homelander. Which one's better?
Brad Homelander.
Brad Homelander.
Yeah.
He's Brad Homelander. He really is. That's tomorrow's thumbnail.
Yeah, for sure.
Brad Homelander.
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Because
First of all, if you haven't watched The Boys, go watch The Boys. It is fucking
great show.
Choice.
Great
Top
show.
television. And the new season's coming out soon. I don't know when, but soon.
By the way, shout out to JB for getting that kid.
Come on, bruh.
Come on, bruh. That's As soon as we heard that trade.
I also have the other one as well too.
Which one?
This is
Hold on.
This is spinning to Jalen Carter on draft night.
No.
Damn.
I can't wait to see you at draft night.
Yeah, that's spinning Jalen Carter on draft night.
I can't wait to see you on draft night, Daddy. That's a legendary Instagram live, dude.
If I'm being honest though,
that's up there with like Paul Pierce having strippers and blunts.
Having the track record Brad Holmes has, having the confidence in him that he has, or from you.
Yeah.
If he did make that move, like, what is your real reaction?
Can't question it, man.
You're down for it.
I'm down for it.
Me too.
I'm riding with Brad Holmes, bro.
He's Brad Holmes winner because not only can he actually make that happen if he wanted to,
come on, bro,
but he'd also make you feel content with it because every move he's made up until this point has been pretty nice.
Yeah.
The only one I'd question, to be honest with you guys, my guy DJ Chark, but we'll see. He's gonna address that.
We'll see.
We gotta go to
maybe
break.
it's you don't know. Maybe they offered him money and DJ Chark said no.
Now there are some Jared Goff fans out there that would not be happy with that, and they would need to go to a certain place to fix their minty.
The Lions even signed another quarterback. Jared Goff fans are going to need some help, and we got it for you. That is the Sports Marketing Agency, or SMA. Because SMA helps spread awareness about mental health or substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve. Can't wait to see you.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home. We're there with smarter security solutions, featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, and welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WorldSports.com, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. I'm your boy Eazy, joined with my guys,
Podcast.
Rex.
5
you
stars.
Have World Heavyweights. If you guys are watching us live, please make sure to hit that like button. 5-star review on any of your audio platforms, podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We appreciate you guys. We weren't on Apple up until 3 weeks ago, so if you guys, honestly, I'll do that 5-star review,
We
help
got
us
some
catch
catching
up.
up to do.
We would definitely appreciate that. But we're kind of discussing the mock draft, how Brad Holmes could go anywhere he wants to in this draft class. And I mentioned something in the last segment that I wanted to stress a little bit just so I can clip it.
Mhm.
But again, I don't know that the Detroit Lions are going quarterback as early as I initially thought. The Nate Sudfeld signing is a piece of that. Dan Campbell talking about Jared Goff was a piece of that. Obviously, he was going to miss the Lamar stuff too, but it was just like in the way he said it was indicative of that and through my eyes, through Eazy Damas's eyes. But, I mean, it is what it is. But if they did grab Richardson, I mean, I'm down for it.
I'm down for it, bro. I'm riding with Brad Holmes no matter what he does.
Honestly.
He's got that slack right now. Like, so I'm just.
Did I go at Jared Goff last segment? I apologize.
You did.
What did I say?
You're something about SMA and the Jared Goff fans.
Oh, well, it's not Goff. It's the fans.
Yeah.
Because y'all are wild. The fan base
It's just
is
a
wild.
segue.
Yeah.
It's just a segue to SMA. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Jared Goff's nice, bro. I just
Can't
don't like
wait
the
to see
contract.
you on draft night, Daddy. Come on, bro.
But what they said, though, the reasoning for it, I mean, that's everything I've been preaching from day one is Jared Goff's not the guy to make your team better. He's just there. God, that sounds disrespectful.
That does sound disrespectful. He gets the job done.
You'll
win
at the
with
wheel.
Jared Goff, but you won't win because of Jared Goff.
There you go. That's the perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to invest in something cheaper that you feel you manipulate the same way, why wouldn't
Not
you do
mad.
it? Yeah,
Not
not
mad
mad
about
at
it.
all. not at number. I don't think it's going to be at number 3 at least.
Like, do you think Brock Purdy could do the same thing that Jared Goff did last year?
Yeah.
In the Lions offense?
Yeah.
I think so too.
I mean, obviously, Kyle Shanahan's probably like a little bit more like vetted and being that
Jared
type
Goff's
of.
definitely a veteran and a leader for sure. And we talk about how he's a consummate professional.
He's a good guy.
He's a very good guy.
He's up for the
good
Walter Payton
locker
Man of the
room
Year.
guy. And those factors are important for sure. But like, when his contract comes up to the end, I can't see a world where Jared Goff, if he continues to have the success that he's having, is like, yeah, I'll take less than Daniel Jones. And I've said it, I'm not in the camp of paying anybody $40 million unless their name is Patrick Mahomes.
And some of the conversations too, like I guess so back to what Dan Campbell was saying yesterday when the Tom Pelissero stuff came out, was like, I don't want to get into the money. I want to get into the money. That tells you he's not a fan of like the money. And then I'm not a fan of the money right now. You and maybe even Dan Campbell, they don't care about the money right now. They're more concerned about the money that's coming. And that's why you want to address that position. Whether in this draft you truly believe in that guy, it's a possibility. Obviously, it looks like the Commanders believe in Sam Howell, and it looks like the Falcons came out today and said they believe in Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder was a guy that I was kind of high on coming into last year's draft class, but he didn't look the part to me. But obviously, the Falcons are there with him day in, day out, and they probably have a better idea than I do.
The Lions are also, I saw this in the chat, but I did see it on Twitter before this, that the Lions are meeting with Emmanuel Forbes as well, Lucas's guy.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you? This guy probably going to be their second round, you know?
Possibly, yeah.
It's somebody can mold and develop. Yeah, is he 160 pounds right now?
He was 160 pounds.
I'm sure Dan Campbell can change that.
It's half a heavyweight.
Like, do we still have the coaching pictures from yesterday? Don't trip if we don't, but I mean, look at Dan Campbell next to these guys. Like, Dan Campbell's going to change.
getting that man a steak and a protein shake.
When I watched this tape,
he'll be 170 pounds after they leave their dinner after the meeting.
Remember when you wanted like Ermanni Warrior in the top 100, and I was like, kind of like opportunistic.
Yeah.
When I watched some of the Emmanuel Forbes stuff, it felt a little bit of the same.
Yeah.
Honestly, but he's 6 foot something, right?
Yeah. He's got long arms, and his closing speed is great.
Like I'm a
He's
fan
got
of that.
excellent closing speed.
I think he can still be nice. Again, I think he's obviously gonna put on some weight, and I think like
he's gonna have to put on some weight.
Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy, Dan Campbell. Even Kevin O'Connell's the only guy taller than him in this picture, or even close.
That's Dan Campbell right in the middle, back row.
Look at him.
Sheesh.
Doug Peterson. I didn't know Doug Peterson was that big.
Yeah, former quarterback.
Yeah, he's second from the right.
Former quarterback for the Chiefs.
Dan Campbell's a 1 seed in the coach's bracket.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure.
And that's
him and Vrabel are the 1 seeds.
And I don't think Vrabel was there yesterday, by the way, too. I couldn't find him because I wanted to size him up. Like I was looking for Vrabel to size him up. You know,
who's the worst seeds? Like Andy Reid.
Hey, Andy Reid is former offensive lineman. He
what's
might
his
have
name? Mike McDonald.
Which one's that? Oh, from
Miami.
Dolphins.
Yeah,
probably him. For sure, probably him. Unless
Bill
it's an older
Belichick.
guy. Bill Belichick.
I hate that.
Bill Belichick's like 70.
I hate that almost every time we mention Andy Reid, like the first 2 things out of everybody's mouth there. He's great, but his health sucks. Like that's just always.
Do people say that?
Always,
Bro, it's chat.
It's everything I always hear. Like
Bro,
whether
eats
it's
cheeseburgers every
nationally or
day.
whether it's us. I get it, but damn, I feel bad for the guy.
No, I don't give a fuck. Why do you give a fuck? It's not your health. Adam did that shit too. He's the unhealthiest motherfucker here.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
You don't know what's going on. Some people are just built different. There's fat people and there's heavyweights.
Bro, my dad has been smoking 2 cigars and drinking scotch every day for the past 25 years, and he's fine. He looks great for 70 years old.
He does look great for 70 years old. He's low-key still kind of jacked. Does he work out?
Well, he like a little bit. Like he does push-ups and stuff.
He's low-key still kind of jacked.
He used to work out a lot, but he doesn't so much anymore.
Papa Raxter. That's when I think we talked about before. He wanted to fight to you and him.
My dad was skinny. When my dad graduated high school, he was like 150 pounds.
Yeah.
Then he went to the service and gained like 20 pounds the first 2 months.
Dan Campbell's put weight on Emmanuel Forbes. That happens. Yeah. Now, so meetings are coming out. Obviously, Jalen Carter, Emmanuel Forbes. Was Anthony Richardson? Did they meet with him?
I don't know. I haven't seen that yet.
I think at the combine. I know Pride has Pride Detroit has something up there. Not Pride that people are going to jump to, and I said that. Don't go over there looking for it. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, they're going to address the quarterback position. I just don't know.
I think they're going to address the cornerback position as well.
Yeah, they have to. So many guys are 1-year deals back there.
Yeah.
So many.
Way
guys.
too many.
Outside of Cameron Sutton's the only new addition that's not in the one-year deal. Every other addition's on a one-year deal. Plus, Jeff Okuda's now on his contract year. They're drafting a cornerback too. What were you gonna say, Chris?
Do you think now with all of these meetings that are scheduling and happening close to the draft, do you have or see any correlation to all the way back when the draft process started? Dan Campbell saying there's those 4 guys with that it factor. Do you think that these are people that maybe do have the it factor that Dan Campbell's interviewing and doubling down on, or these are not people and that have the it factor because they already feel the way they feel about him?
It's a good question. I think it's pretty narrowed down as of right now. You're getting real close to the draft, and now you're just sitting down with people that you like. You're sitting down with people that you think would be there, and talking to them. So I think the it factor thing is it's like coach talk. Like,
yeah,
I didn't put too much stock into that, even though we tried to figure out who's the 4.
I was gonna say we made a whole segment.
Who are the guys that have the it factor? But
Jack Campbell.
Jack Campbell.
Which they did. They were meeting with him. That's another guy scheduled to meet.
Told you, man.
But
it's his son.
For me, it's not an actual it factor more than the football character conversations that he was speaking to. But I did find that list of reported Detroit Lions visits. Anthony Richardson is on the list. That was at the NFL Combine. Do you want me to check? Am I doing a Chris service if I go down this whole thing?
No.
22 names.
Go. All right,
it's football.
I'll give you the. Yeah, it's true. I'll give you the quarterbacks.
Okay.
Anthony Richardson, Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mind Aiden O'Connell late, if I'm being honest with you guys. Adrian Martinez. I have no clue. It's Kansas City State quarterback. They got a top 30 visit with him. So they might be grabbing one guy at late. Only one running back they met with. It was Evan Hall from Northwestern. They met with Jaden Reed, your guy, Ronnie Bell, Ryan's guy, Antoine Green from North Carolina, that's another receiver, and Quentin Johnston. No JSN. Darnell Wright they met with out of Tennessee, offensive tackle. I'm trying to look for notable names. Mafi, top 30 visit. Jalen Carter, top 30 visit they got coming up now too. Trenton Simpson they met with. Noah Sewell they met with. That's interesting. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but interesting enough that they valued him enough to meet with him. I mean, that was at the NFL Combine though. That's when you're available to. Calvin Shepard was at Damarian Overshown's pro day. Thank fucking God, I love that kid.
Yeah,
I really have high hopes for that kid. Like, if there's anything to the Eazy dominant stuff, that's another one I'm just gonna throw out there too. Damarian Overshown, whether it's a Detroit Lion or somebody else, I think that kid could be something similar to your guy, Tremont Edmonds.
Yeah.
Manuel Forbes. That's about it for notable names. Anthony Richardson's combine, that's almost like a gimme though.
Yeah, they're going to all the combines.
Top 30 picks are the ones I feel like are the ones to keep an eye on because those are specified. Like you have to make a list or you know what I'm saying.
Could you see him getting Trenton Simpson at 18?
Yeah, I can. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if it sits well with me.
You hate linebackers?
No, I don't hate linebackers. I just if this is bias and this is bullshit. So take it with a grain of salt for sure. I'm telling you, take this with a grain of salt. But in the mock drafts, in the simulated mock drafts, this dude's always falling to the second round.
Yeah.
So in my head, now I have it in my head that he's going to be there in the second round, which could be far from the actuality.
He's the best linebacker on the board.
He's falling behind though.
Yeah.
They've new updates have. I think it's Campbell #1.
Yeah.
Which even him. There was a guy last year a lot of people liked that I wasn't the biggest fan of. I think he's either the dude out of Wyoming or the other dude out of Wisconsin. He's a kid out of Wisconsin. I thought he felt too robotic for me.
Yeah.
I had those vibes a little bit with Campbell, but seeing him in pass coverage where he's...
You're talking about Drew Sanders? Or no, he's from
No.
Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm talking about last year's draft class.
Yeah,
He's a kid out of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. If somebody in the Woodward Sports Chat wants to put it in there, I appreciate you guys. But I thought he was a little bit too boxy. But this Campbell kid, he's smart. He's cerebral.
Yeah.
So even though he's boxy, clearly in coverage, he knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
he's able to make plays on the ball.
Yeah.
At 6'7", that's a nice piece to have.
Gives you a lot of time to do things, time to take care of business.
Yeah.
When you got a guy like that.
It does. Is that a nod for me to do a read?
Yeah.
Take care of business, guys. At Alta, get that stuff done in your backyard. You're building up a cathedral of Brad Homelander. Hit up our guys Alta. Alta Rent's got all the equipment you need to get the job done. Make sure you hit them up to make sure you get it done fast because at Alta, uptime matters.
My bad.
You're good. That's my fault. Call them again at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back. Smash that like button.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You're about to be shell-shocked. The catch of the day is in. Big Boy Seafood Fest is officially back. Join us for some of your favorites like our popcorn shrimp and pike perch platters and our classic fish and chips. This year, we've reeled in some fresh catches like our shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir fry, and our fish sandwich. And especially, don't forget about our all-you-can-eat Friday night fish fry buffet. Every day is a fish fry at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-FIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Hello, mates.
Hello.
Top of the evening to you.
Oi!
I'm your governor. Easy. Spin more eyes. JB Smooth. Young Chris. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. 5-star review all podcast platforms. All right. One more football thing, and then we'll get to Final Four. We got all that juicy stuff to talk about, too. But the Vegas dropped the odds.
They did.
9.5.
9.5. I'm pulling a Chris on this one. Over! But look at that. The Lions win total set at 9.5 wins. The highest win total since 1989. Is that crazy?
For Vegas?
Well, for
yeah,
the
it's
Lions.
got to be for Vegas. Caldwell got 10 wins
But
in a
like,
year, didn't he?
Yeah. Not
The highest
they've never had more than
over-under.
9 wins. No, yeah. Like the highest projected win total.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Sad. We said
It
it.
is sad.
We said it earlier.
But like 2015, they weren't
No. I mean, that's
projected to win more than
They were better
9.5.
than they were supposed to be when that happened.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But still, like, coming off that 2014 season, you'd think they'd be projected at least 10.5.
Did they? That was Calvin's last year. That was right after they lost Sue, though.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Over.
Over.
I'm smashing the over. I'm putting my house on the over.
House on the over?
House on the over. You don't think they're not gonna win? You don't think they're gonna win 10 games?
They don't win 10, but putting your house on is a lot.
Putting the house on the over.
Because they're like one Jared Goff injury away from like that not happening.
It's true, but you can't think like that.
You can't think like that. That's the other. Oh my God, dude! This guy, Brad Holmes. I'm sorry I get so fucking excited about it. We got depth now too.
Yes.
Like,
except that quarterback.
well, we're talking about like who's gonna start the quarterback position because we don't know. We accept that quarterback. You're 100% correct. Lineman now, like Graham Glasgow,
Yeah.
not just a guard, but played center,
Mhm.
played right guard, left
Mhm.
guard, like multiverse.
Yes.
Graham Glasgow. He's a what do they call him? That Scarlet Witch is. She exists in every universe as the same person. No, whatever.
Oh, doppelganger.
No.
Right?
No. What's your excitement? I wish the camera was on you when because you went from doppelganger.
Yeah,
No.
isn't that?
No, it's like it's a nerdy comic reference. Don't worry about it. I'll think of it at some point.
Yeah.
But that's Graham Glasgow on the offensive line. Can fucking do everything for you. Oh man. So I'm only bringing that up because, like I mentioned, if golf goes down, that might change things. I'm trying to think of other positions that go down where that would change things in terms of like the projection of wins. But
A nexus being.
Nexus, thank you. We Gucci, bro. Brad Holmes has addressed all these needs again outside of linebacker and defensive tackle.
Yeah.
And in some ways, he kind of did address linebacker and defensive tackle with Isaiah Buggs and Alex Anzalone.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to draft him, get a little bit more depth. 9.5, yes, over. Oh, the JB the degenerate. Where you at? Goose Mobile.
You know I'm taking the over on this
You
one.
know why, man. Where
This
you
one's
at?
the easy right here. Ryan was actually talking about this earlier on Ermanni, Edwards, and Mass. Like, Vegas is doing this right now to draw you in,
Yeah.
to get all your money in right now. Just because when these lines originally came out, it was at 9. Now it's at 9.5. As soon as it starts to creep up more and more towards the draft, you'll see it go up 10, 10.5, 11. That way you see when the lines start changing, all these money gets dropped on the lines to go for the over. Yep. then it's going to hit. Because all you need is those 10 wins. That's it.
It'll be 10.5 by week 1 for sure. For sure.
Yeah, post-draft.
Yeah.
Especially they grab Jalen Carter. Bro. I'm sorry, saying the same shit over and over again. And it's going to be this way until he ends up a Detroit Lion. But, like, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
And if they sign Calais Campbell, too. I wonder if Calais is asking that in the meetings. Like, yo, I'm 36. I want to win a Super Bowl, Dan. I know you're my cousin and all, but, like, can you assure me you're going to draft Jalen Carter? Can you imagine a line with me and Jalen Carter and Nathan Hutchinson and James Houston? I need some assurance that you're actually going to draft somebody that's going to contribute to my 1-year deal because I'm trying to win a ring here, Dan. You think he's asking? You think there's a conversation being had? A little tip to the draft?
Yeah.
To a free agent?
For sure.
Yeah?
Like
you think
we're competing.
Yeah.
We're trying to do this. We're trying to win right now.
Yeah.
That's how you get guys like that.
Stoke not scared. Stoke not scared. Stoke not scared.
Like, that's how you get a CJGJ
Mm-hmm.
on a 1-year deal. That's how you get guys like that. It's like, we're trying to compete.
That's
we're trying to win right now.
Great point.
Yeah.
But CJGJ a little bit too. Maybe it's like I saw David Gerald in Woodward Sports Chat. He mentioned like Chark only went to Carolina because he wanted more targets. And in a roundabout way, you're right, but it's not for any selfish reasons. It's because I think he was getting offered a 1-year deal either way, and that's the one-year deal where he could ball out and be a true number one and put up big ass numbers to command a big contract the next year. And it's a similar way with CJGJ to the Detroit Lions on a 1-year deal. Yeah, you can point to the Eagles and say that they went at the Super Bowl last year and dick ride that factor, but you're not going to acknowledge the fact they lost a lot of guys in free agency, and he was coached with Aaron Glenn before. Like, Aaron Glenn helped mold him to the player he is today. So, like, I feel like this. Yeah, actually, it was Charles Johnson.
Yeah.
Did he get you up today, by the way?
Yeah.
Did you come through?
No, he didn't.
Either way, I feel like CJGJ, this was the better opportunity for him to up his value come free agency next year.
Yeah, for sure. It's like the same kind of thing of what DJ Chark did when he went to the Panthers. Is you're going to a place that'll showcase you. You're going to a place where you can make a lot of plays and earn that bag, and that's definitely what he's doing. Is he's earning the bag. He's trying to get that fat contract, and
that fat contract.
And I assume he's going to get it. I was very surprised he signed a 1-year deal after that performance he had last year.
I'm surprised it was for $5 million.
Yeah.
I mean, McCole Hartman, fucking only 6.
Was it 5 or was it 8?
Who? Charks?
No. Oh, I was talking about CJ.
Oh, CJGJ. Oh, yeah, apologize.
Yeah, Chark was,
Yeah. But no, yeah, even CJGJ to be less than like double digits.
But that's
kind of crazy.
because like CJ proved it.
Mm-hmm. Multiple
times. You can call it a prove it deal. He proved it.
Yeah.
That he's a dog. DJ Chark, he didn't prove that he could stay healthy, so I understand why he only got.
Corey Berry had the comment that made me think DJ Chark when you were speaking that, and made me chuckle while you were speaking as well. Said more Chuck E. Cheese's per capita in Charlotte.
That's probably true. That's a selling point.
That could have been a selling point.
You remember Caesarland?
Maybe that was a demand by him. I do. I remember actually Jeepers for some reason when he said that. I thought of Jeepers. I've never been to Caesarland.
Caesarland was fire.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
He been to Jeepers?
I don't know.
In Macomb Mall?
Oh yeah.
Jeepers was cool.
Yeah.
Jeepers was cool. Definitely shitty. Definitely
Caesarland
sketchy.
was Chuck E. Cheese, but they served Little Caesars.
That sounds fire.
Yeah.
Little Caesars.
DC Discovery Zone.
No, you talked about that last time too. I ain't been there.
You haven't been there?
No.
Oh, man.
Have you?
Yeah.
Discovery Zone?
No.
Yeah, DC Discovery Zone.
I forget you're older than us, though, sometimes too.
Yeah, this was like probably like mid '90s or something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't born in the mid '90s.
Basically, the same thing as Caesarland.
What year were you born?
96.
Oh, that's not as baby as I thought. What year were you born, Chris?
95. Very end.
2 for 50. Chark needed surgery. Did he? Chark got surgery?
Yeah, he underwent what's that, ankle surgery or something like that.
Like recently, you're saying?
Yeah, like the news just came out like 2 hours ago.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay.
That makes a lot more sense.
That does make a lot more sense. Now, okay.
Now it makes sense.
Now it makes sense for sure.
Now I'm starting to piece it together.
Even with a bum ankle, he started balling toward the end of the year. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, recently underwent ankle surgery. Could be ready to take part in OTAs when they get here. But yeah, that was just today.
All right, Spinny, live on air.
Yes.
Or maybe during the break. Let's hit the books and put some bread on this 9.5. How much you putting down?
comedy. You
You
missed
start
me.
talking like a sim.
God, miss me on that one, brother. I don't got money to be gambling.
You about to buy some cigarettes? Take your cigarette money, throw it on there.
I only got my wallet. I
You got
just
your
told
phone.
you that.
I'm talking about your phone.
Yeah, I don't got.
So I'm
nothing
making
on
a
my
bet.
phone.
Oh, you don't have any sports apps?
I don't got no money.
Adam said he's dropping $2,000 on it right now.
I mean, shoot, it'd be nice to be making some Adam money so I could do that, but
I don't got no money to be gambling on.
I'm notorious for my $1 bets.
Who bets on the Jets?
Who bets on the goddamn Jets? I'll drop 20.
You drop 20 on it?
$20.
What's the odds?
I'm a $1 better too. Like that's a bet. That's a jump.
That's like anybody else putting like $5 million.
You asking me what the odds are? You put this in the prep. You tell me what the odds were.
I don't know.
JB, you know what the odds are?
Yeah, JB knows them by heart.
I think the last time I seen it was like minus 125 for the over.
For the over?
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn, see, I don't even like those odds.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be a plus.
Under is plus.
Then take the under.
Yeah.
I'm not taking the under. I did make some bread on them last year. I did put 15 smackaroonies on the over 6.5.
Yeah.
That was easy money. And there was like
easy money.
4. Yeah, that's nice. There was 4.5 for Amon-Ra touchdowns too. It was the Amon-Ra over-unders last year were fucking stupid easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look and see if those are up too actually.
It's easy. Speak easy, baby.
It's easy, baby.
It's easy money.
Easy money.
I think that is easy money though. Like 9.5.
Yeah.
That's easy money.
You know what? Woodward Sports Chat whole time. Because Nick was in there talking his ish. I want to see. Oh damn, the Calais Campbell's still up there. Is that?
Yeah.
Whoops. My bad.
Way to go.
Oh well. I'm gonna do another one. Are you taking the over?
Over. I'm with Chris on that one. I'm going over. I know you didn't give your thoughts, but that's you.
You got 2 minutes. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah.
Over. No, I think it's easy. I mean, you got 6 games in that division alone. That's what, 5 wins?
6.
I mean, yeah, but division games
Oh,
are
I see
division
what you're saying.
games.
Yeah. Like how many wins you
6
expect
wins.
out of it?
Yeah, I'm saying it's 6 wins.
Yeah.
You won 5 last
Funny
year.
things happen.
And the one you lost was on some bullshit.
Oh, some fluke.
Some fluke shit.
All this hype too. I wonder like how many national games they're gonna get. Has that been announced yet?
No,
it has not.
I don't think so. They're gonna get some for sure.
Over or under for national games? 2.5.
Does Thanksgiving count?
Yes.
2.5.
Yeah, I'll say 2.5. Are you taking the over or the under?
I would take the over. I bet they
JB?
get a Sunday night and a Monday night.
Yeah, 'cause you just need 3 at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 Mondays. Or,
You just need
yeah.
2 more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, easy money. Easy. Oh, you got that stuck in my head now. JB, 2.5 national games for Detroit Lions.
I like the 2.5. I'll probably take the over on that one.
I like it a lot. Are you fans of the national? I feel like last year was a little bit of benefit. Actually, no, it wasn't.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
the beginning of the year was not great.
I like the national games.
No, I like the national games too. But I'm talking about for like, what?
I did that, and then you did it. Looked at me.
I know. I was like, what?
My posture.
I do be lacking in the posture game. What the hell was I about to ask you guys? Oh, I liked having the.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
Fuck.
I wonder if the mic caught it.
It did.
But I do like having the same schedule, like 1 o'clock every single game. Like,
I do too, but also I like, how awesome would it be to get off work and go watch the Lions play on a Monday night?
yeah,
Like that'd be dope.
that would be super fucking dope.
Especially like what our Monday nights used to be.
I just hope it's not a Thursday game or they were talking about that Germany shit.
Yeah. Oh.
I'd be cool if it was with Kansas City overseas. You don't gotta go to Arrowhead.
That might be it.
But then it'd be at like fucking 9 o'clock.
Bro,
Like,
I'm
it'd be some
scared to
horse
see.
shit like that.
Yeah, it would be. Well, they had one in Germany this year, right?
Yeah, they had 2, I think.
And it was at 9.
Yeah, it was early. Remember, it was the Vikings barely beat the. Can't remember who it was.
What I need in that scenario.
Jaguars, I think.
What I need in that scenario, capitalize, all the Jared golfers to relax and not give Patrick Mahomes any motivation.
Yeah.
About that Monday night game in fucking 2016. I do not need that man motivated to come fucking shove one in our ass. I'm good.
Nobody needs. Pause. But yeah, nobody needs
a foot
to give
of
Patrick
dick.
Mahomes bulletin board material. Let me tell you about Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full body workout in just 30 minutes and a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month. but how can you pull up the Planet Fitness and forget the perks? Cuz Planet Fitness Black Card members enjoy perks such as hydro massage chairs, total body enhancement, unlimited tanning, and access to over 2,000 gyms across the globe. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. With boys, Joe, my guy, Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
And Chris. What? Oh, I know. The white?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was nuts.
Good
Jeez.
Lord.
Good Lord. Good God Almighty. Give him the cake can, Chris. Too late.
Walk away.
You get that thing. Get that trigger finger ready.
Good Lord, Wardy.
Good Lord, Wardy. I took more shots than Kobe. Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live with Sports.com. Did I say it already? Hit the like button. 5-star review.
I don't think so.
I don't think I just did now. So, all right.
5-star podcast review.
We got 9.5 wins. All right. I think the poll is over 90% for the Detroit Lions. Do you want me to read off the opponents for the Detroit Lions?
Let's hear them.
All right. I want you to tell me win or lose.
All
right. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes' foot-long dick.
L.
In Germany?
Yeah.
Is that an L from JB too?
Oh yeah, we're probably losing that one.
I'm around St. Brown speaks German. Don't cut him out.
That's true.
All right. That's in the Deutschland.
L.
All right, fine. Fuck you. Chris?
Oh, I thought you were going to skip me. L,
No.
for sure.
L. So we started off hot with an L. Thanks, guys.
That's the first game of the year?
It was the most exciting. No, it's not. We don't have. They're not like.
In order.
Yeah. These are the teams are going to be facing. All right. So, 2 games split with not split, but Green Bay. 2 games.
WW.
WW.
Yes.
.com. Chris. That's one.
Only missing one more W for WWE.
What? No. So you only have them winning one?
No.
There's only 2 Ws
that would be
in
2 W.
He was
One
trying to
more
match your W,
would
but
be
he didn't know there was 2
WW.
Ws.
Oh wait, no. Oh.
Yeah, it's WWW.
Yeah. Okay.
You're a
At the mistake.
WWW dumbass.
No.
Only missing one W
to
for
recover
WWE.
from my dyslexia. No, then I'll have them lose one to the Packers.
That's all right, Chris.
That was
It
all
happens to
intentional. It was all part of the plan.
Okay.
All right, so I have Detroit Lions currently 2-1, just off the opponents.
Yes.
I'm just get the division out the way. Chicago.
WW.
That's I'm gonna write mine down. You write yours down, actually.
I don't got a pen.
You don't have a pen? How you pull up to the party without the perks? There's a pen next to you.
No, there isn't.
There you go. Because I'm doing mine. If anybody else wants to write Chris's and JB's down.
All right, KC.
I'll write my own.
L. Green Bay. WW. Chicago.
All right.
WW. All right, keep going.
All
Minnesota.
right, I got Chicago. Hold on, I'm writing mine down too. KC. Okay. Minnesota.
WL.
WL. Wow. I'm going WW.
George.
WW. George Bush.
W.
WH Bush. All right, we got the division out the way. I got 1L by the hands of Green Bay.
Okay. I got 1L by the hands of Minnesota.
I think Minnesota got worse. By the way, did you see PFF grade their offseason to A-?
Yeah,
type
bro.
of
I
lines?
don't fucking understand.
Can anybody tell me a single name they signed?
No.
Or re-signed? Matter of fact, they let go of guys.
Yeah, they lost Harrison Smith. They lost
Kendricks.
They
They're talking
lost
about cutting
Adam
Dalvin Cook. Yeah, lost Adam Thielen. They're talking about
Dalvin who?
Dalvin Cook. What?
You said Dalvin Cook.
Cook. All right. Moving on. Los Angeles Chargers. It's toughy. That was rough. L. I don't know if it says this is home or this is Detroit. See, they're all road games, by the way, too. So
Okay.
KC's road game.
Yeah.
Chargers are road game. I'm going to give them a dub because I think Brandon Staley's a fucking moron. I think he's stupid. And I think
He is stupid.
I think Ben Johnson's going to fucking own him.
Okay.
JB?
Dub.
Nice. Chris?
I also got a W.
Over.
Over. All right. I'm interested to see how our math ends up for our records here, too. New Orleans on the road. Dan Campbell and AG returning back.
W. Fuck Derek Carr.
W. Chris?
W.
CJ GJ's getting
W.
2 picks off Derek Carr.
Oh, yeah. GJ's eating.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Eating. They're familiar with the... Oh, yeah, for sure. Tampa Bay on the road.
W.
Yeah.
They're starting Kyle Trask.
Didn't they sign...
Oh, Baker. Yeah, even better.
Yeah, even better. Give me that. And he fucked up our playoff chances?
Yeah.
Oh, we're fucking him up.
Yes.
AD's going to fucking rip his head off. Chris?
I don't know if I should comment on Baker Mayfield, considering what happened last time I commented on the game Baker Mayfield was
Yeah, you know what?
involved in.
Shut the fuck up.
That's true.
You're done for this segment. You're right.
W.
You asked him.
And I told him not to. I told him to shut the fuck up. Well, you have it here first. Detroit Lions are going to lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because of Chris. I promise you. Put the camera on you real quick. This is what he looks like. When you see him in the street, kick him in his fucking ankle. Just throw wrenches at his ankles, please. So deal with that shit for the rest of his life. JB.
Damn, bro.
Lions are out for blood on this one, so W.
Bet. I got a W too. Fuck Tampa Bay. Fuck
Tampa's
Baker
gonna
Mayfield.
suck.
I already told you. He's ripping his fucking head off, mate. And they go back to Dallas for another revenge game.
Oh.
I hate the Cowboys. I am biased.
I hate the Cowboys too.
W.
You said that last year.
I did say that last year. And then Jamal Williams fumbled at the goal line. It was a close game.
It was a close game until the fourth quarter.
JB?
But the Cowboys got better.
On the road against Cowboys. How they
Take
get better?
the L on that one.
Stephon Gilmore.
Tony Pollard's hurt.
They got Stephon Gilmore and
all they
Brandon
did.
Cooks.
Brandon Cooks is actually a really good piece too. You said L, JB?
Yeah, I'm taking the L on this one.
Losers. Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, I said L too, Easy.
No one gives a shit, Chris. You're grounded right
W.
now. W. Against the Ravens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
W.
2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks. Head-to-head matchup between Brett Huntley and Jared Goff.
Yeah.
The Pro Bowl alternate bowl. Let's get it, boys.
You heard of the Har Bowl, but
The
have you
Har
heard of
Bowl.
the Pro Bowl alternate bowl?
JB?
It's a rivalry.
W. I don't think Baltimore has anyone on their team right now that's
That's
willing
fair.
to compete. So
All right. Detroit hit the road for games against. Okay, that's the road games. 8 home games. Obviously, Minnesota, we got that out the way. Where are the fucking home games?
Where are the perks?
Where are the
How did you
perks?
pull up to the Lions schedule and forget the perks?
Oh, they did home games first.
Perk 10. I just popped me a perk 10.
Atlanta.
W.
Right? This is getting scary, bro. There's a lot of W's on my sheet.
Yeah.
I think I already got 18 W's in the 17 games. Carolina.
W.
It's a revenge game. I don't like the amount of W's on my page right now. Denver. Fuck, bro. I know. What is happening?
At home?
At home. Sean Payton. Dan Campbell's predecessor.
I'm going to say a L.
Just because there's too many W's, though, right?
And, you got to win one that you think you should, or you got to lose one you think you're going to
That's at home, though. Now we're home.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, what did we do? We should have started with home.
I can't give him 15 wins, though.
But
I know. I'm fucking W.
over.
W. Oh, no. It gets worse. Maybe win or loss. Denver at home.
Denver at home,
Yeah.
loss.
Yeah, that's
You guys just doing it because of the amount of W's, and I get it.
That's a protect the
I get it.
expectations.
Las Vegas is next. At home.
I mean, Vegas is going to have a good team next year.
It's Jimmy G. Devontae Adams. You're familiar with Devontae Adams?
Yeah. Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
I mean, we do got those lockdown corners now, so.
Come on, spin it.
Give me a W.
Let's go, boys. That's a house bet on 9.5 for sure.
This is a lot, bro.
This is a lot. Oh, no.
This is too many.
It is too many. You ready for another one? Seattle.
L.
Yeah, I can. All right, I'll do that. I feel comfortable with that, L. 5, 10.
Is that it?
13, yeah. All right, boys. How many How many dubs? How many L's? What's your record for the Detroit Lions? Were you able to document yours, JB?
Yeah, I got it. I'm counting them up now.
Chris, did you? I know you didn't yours because you're busy pressing buttons.
I wrote them down.
Oh, you did? Yeah. I'm not even going to ask yours, actually.
Because you're disrespecting me.
No, I'm.
I got him at 11 and
just
5.
Mute his mic, please, JB. I don't need him jinxing anything.
I got him at 11 and 5.
I was going to drum roll it, but all right.
Oh.
11 and 5?
Yeah.
That's Jim Schwartz-esque. I'm not mad at it. Respectable. JB's record for the 2023 Detroit Lions is?
I don't like this already. 14 and 3.
Jesus!
I don't like this.
My record for 2023 Detroit Lions? 13 and 4. We don't care about Chris's. Whatever he's gonna say.
Chris, what's yours?
No, Spinny, don't fucking do it.
I care about
Spencer, what was yours?
11 and 5.
That was mine as well.
Now they're not winning more than 12. Thanks a lot, boys.
I'm actually
still cashed over though.
I'm gonna change the Denver one to a W. Fuck Denver.
Yeah, fuck.
So I got them at 12 and 4.
But especially the trade the receivers.
I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than it was. 11 and 5 isn't too bad.
All right, what do we got? We got in the Woodward Sports chat. We got to go to break. But when we come back, I do want to check out some of the guys in the Woodward Sports chat. Please feel free to call in if you guys want to talk about whether it's the Detroit
Are we
Lions.
missing a game?
Huh?
How do I have them at 12 and 4? There's 17 games, right?
Yeah, maybe we missed a double game. Home games, I had 16 games too.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I just marked
5,
an extra L, so I didn't sound as crazy as you guys.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Either
5.
way, let me tell you guys about
I got them at 12 and 5.
Detroit Lions. If you need to insure your bet, you need to insure your house, put it on. The Detroit Lions 9.5. Don't listen to me. Don't do that. But listen to me when I tell you that my guy Mark at SwissINS.com to get your insurance, whether it's personal, business. He's really nice to business, and we can speak to that through personal experience because our guy Braylon goes through him. Our guy Ryan goes through him. Mark is him. It's Mark at SwissINS.com.
I don't have insurance.
We'll be right back.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Jumpin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Jumpin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Jumpin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Can't get enough Woodward Sports content? Head over to WoodwardSports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to WoodwardSports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
The Foley Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pig game called Foley.
Copyright.
Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you come check it out in Hamtramck or visit them online at FoleyWarehouse.com.
I've been down so long, they look like up to me. They look up to me.
I got fake. Chris is showing fake love to me.
Straight up to my face.
There's only one real Chris Platty. You know this.
Chris wants us to do his podcast.
That is a good point.
What do you say?
There's only one real Chris Platty.
You know this.
You know this, man. Chris wants to do his podcast comparing NBA players to rap artists. What do you type in a fucking paragraph over there, Bubba? Yeah. What? To who? For what? You have a microphone in front of you.
Type in the love
Just fucking say it in front of a microphone in front of you.
That's a good point. But I'm already dived in at this point.
just speak out loud as you're typing.
In conclusion,
my synopsis.
Dude, what do you got going on over there?
Philip C. asked me what my favorite old movie was.
It took you that long to type that?
So I was thinking about it. And, well, I sent a couple before that. But, I forget what the movie's called, but it's like this guy is in Paris or England or something, and he finds like a drunk girl on the street, and she's like,
I don't like where this is going.
Acting all crazy. So he lets her he takes care of her, brings her home, has her sleep in his house, and it turns out she's like a princess, and so he becomes like a wanted man. Because he's like harboring, like he kidnapped a princess.
Back shots of her, like Aiden
No.
Ross's
I forget
sister.
what it's called. I watched it on my friend's house, so it was pretty good. It's an old ass movie.
JB, we got a caller?
We got a caller?
Yeah, we got a caller right here. It's Runyon99 for you guys.
Ronan,
Ronan.
Bro, like Keanu Reeves.
He's called you Runyon.
Runyon. We're not talking
I thought it was like the street, like, you know, Runyon
Fucking
Ave.
onion with legs.
How you feeling, Ronan?
Meet me on Runyon Ave.
I was okay till JB did that. And that's coming from a guy who had radiation therapy today, man. He just like blew my day, bro.
Oh, damn, my bad.
Yeah. Damn, JB, wait a minute, down, bro. Fuck.
My bad, bro. Damn.
Creative POS, JB.
Well, I hope the rest of your day gets better, Runyon. And it's not just because JB.
You just did it.
Yeah,
You
I
just
know.
did it.
He got me all fucked up.
Like, Damon Runyon, perhaps? I don't know.
Can I have one of your blue Runyons, please?
I really want you guys to enjoy this Lions time right now, because as an OG of 66, we've never been here, and it's exciting because of what you see laid out before you, the competency, the professionalism, the I really enjoyed Holmes' presser because he gave some very succinct, clear, and deliberate answers, particularly with regard to the Jamal situation. He said, hey, we had X, Y, Z on the table, and, he looked elsewhere. And the funny part was, if you think about his total contract, Montgomery's is $18 million, which is only $6 million more than Jamal had received from New Orleans. I'm pretty sure it was a sticking point of years rather than dollars. So I have to give the Lions a bunch of credit for not overpaying, but not underpaying. But as he talked about, being transparent, hey, this is our pot. He talked about this is the resources we've allotted for the running back position, for the running back room. That's the kind of competency that we have never seen because, man, I mean, the Lions would pay people stupid amounts of money for and crazy positions.
Trey
By the way,
Flowers.
didn't we have Pat Swilling? I mean, the list is endless.
Yeah.
Didn't we have Brandon Powell on our team at one point?
Probably before my time.
Because I took a deep dive to look and see who the Vikings signed, and it was no one of real note. What they did do was re-sign a bunch of their own players.
Yeah.
So I'm not really all of that impressed. If anybody is a threat, it would be the Bears, to be very frank. But I would tell you that we don't know what we're going to see from the Packers yet. But the Bears have done a good job of stocking bodies, but I don't know what the overall, buy-in team concept, vision, identity is going to be. So, I like where we're positioned. Never before have you seen this kind of optimism, man. So drink this stuff in. Drink all the Kool-Aid you want. This stuff is good. You can get it 0 calorie from Gatorade. So, hey guys, I love your show. I love what you do. And I saw a comment on someone else's YouTube room that suggested that you guys were like a little too raunchy and freewheeling. Man, yeah, fuck all that bullshit.
Fuck that shit.
You do you.
Hell yeah.
You do you.
Appreciate
Love
you,
you guys.
Runyon. Appreciate you, Ronan. Too, man.
Appreciate.
Hopefully your day gets better.
Yeah, Runyon.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, you're so terrible. So terrible. All right.
Appreciate you.
Later, bro. Later, bro.
See you later, bro.
Appreciate you.
Why did you just do that?
I just wanted to see your reaction.
Can you the camera? Can the camera?
Can I show that on the camera?
That's a good question. It could be a rocket ship. Immediately following the phone calls when he shows me the picture of his rocket ship. That's nice. No, I appreciate Ronan tapping in.
SpaceX mission.
I have. So I don't do Reddit. I'm scared to do Reddit, even if I wanted to.
Dude, you better come correct.
Savage.
If you go on Reddit, you got to come correct, or you'll get fucking
Reddit has
annihilated.
single-handedly destroyed Brendan Schaub's life. I feel like.
Yeah, I got good karma on Reddit.
Well, I'm terrified of it, but I was on it this morning.
They were too raunchy?
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
It was like too. I think they call us immature. They're saying the humor is immature.
Well,
that's all right.
It's funny.
We're aiming for the younger audience anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Fart jokes are funny, man. Get over it.
Yeah.
But that'll do it for us today. We
Oh,
appreciate
damn.
you all
7 already.
for tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JP Smooth on the ones and twos, our caller Runyon. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Heavyweights. Make sure you leave a 5-star review anywhere you get a podcast, like the stream, and share it with your friends. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Oh, I just bit the shit out of my tongue. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. Ah, dude, that hurt.